how to. So if you are not interested now about Ecovo, Amplivo, feel free to leave if you want. But I can guarantee you, if you learn enough about Ecovo and Amplivo and really understands the opportunity you present, it will be paradigm shifting. It will be game changing. How do I know? Because I see what happens with people that understands it. Okay? And there is not many people that understands it in full. I will try to wrap up, do my best to make it as simple as possible for you to understand what Ecovo and Amplivo is. Okay? And that is the reason why I asked for 5 minutes more, because unfortunately, I haven't made professional slides. Because I believe that even after more than 1 year of perfecting and perfecting and perfecting what we do and simplifying it, I believe we have to become more simple. Okay? Is that something that you can, put your, your thumbs up behind? That you should always aim to become more sustainable and simple. I'm going to give you, if you don't believe me, is Elon Musk pretty successful? Is he pretty successful? Tesla, Boring Company, SpaceX, you name it. You know when I really realized that he will be one of the biggest companies on the planet and it's going pretty fast? In a very simple statement that he said about Tesla. Listen up very carefully, because this changed how I think about Elon Musk and how I think about business. It was talking about the first car that they made until the Model C that is coming out on the market now. You heard about the Model C, the SUV, yeah? I guess. Most probably one of the big sellers in the future of Tesla. And I'm going to explain to you why that model, not only the model, but how he thinks is revolutionary. And I bow down to how he thinks. He said something, I don't think that most people reacted. It was an interview, and they spoke about the automation of car making. So you have robots doing it and so on, but there is one thing that he has made revolution about. When he started his first Tesla, you know the electrical wiring in the car? Okay? He had 3 kilometers of wires in the car. 3 kilometers of wires, electrical wires in the car, and no robot can do it. By hand, into the chassis, out of the chassis, into the dashboard, out of the dashboard, and so on. The most labor heavy and intense part of car production. If you don't believe me, hit it up. It is the most labor intensive part. You know how much wires he has in Model C? So 3 kilometers in the first one. Model C has 100 meters of elements. And these elements are chips that can be assembled by robots. Okay? And he said, what I try and what I do my utmost to do is to look at how can we make things more simple. Okay? So that is one thing that we as leaders and networkers also should aim at. How can we become better at simplifying what we do? Okay? Because true leadership and true professionalism in networking is not speaking fancy words, having difficult presentation and very much, details and so on. No, it is being so simple so the simplest person can repeat you. Okay? And that is the utmost challenge. So I'm going to do my best to explain to you, first of all, what is it really, that we do? Okay? And one of the most important things is that we are fighting global before solutions. Global problems. And people believe we are a plastic to fuel company. I say we're not. Okay? We happen right now to tackle one of the biggest global crises and problems that are out there right now, which happens to be plastic pollution. But it's not the only solution and problem. And we also are to discover that, hey, how can I, as a private person, actually be part of fixing the problem? Not only reducing the problem, no, I truly believe that with the power of network marketing, by becoming better, more sustainable, more simple, more value creating, we can fix the problem. Not maybe over a year, 2, 3, even 5, maybe not even over 10, but definitely over 20. Okay? Because I truly believe that this plastic is not a thing that has no value. It is value. Okay? It's a commodity. And that is a paradigm changing, because if you are in Bangkok today, we're talking 6,000 tons per day of trash, plastic trash. Okay? Imagine you're getting paid for only taking away that problem. We're not speaking about fuel even, just taking it away. You get paid in most cities in the world, in most countries in the world, you get paid. Now, what are we battling? Currently, what we are fighting, we are not selling products and services, and I will explain to you why. We are informing our surrounding and the world about that, yes, everybody knows there is a big problem, plastic pollution. It's in the land, it's in the sea, it's in the air. But guys, it's not only about that. It's about how you, and I'm going to go into that, by doing exactly what you do today. I think people most probably travel. Is that correct? People, even in Thailand, you say, yeah, but it's COVID-19 now. No, local travel. Now the borders of the provinces in Thailand also is open for travel. We do travel. Locally and internationally. Pretty soon too also. Now my question is, do you go to the stores? I was just in here in M-Kvarter in Bangkok. It was smacked. It had 150 people only inside the store. Guys, it was 500 to 600 minimum in one of the stores. Now, do you eat? I think so. And do you drive? Taxis, motorbikes, whatever it is. What if you buy, continuing as you are right now, by using specific partners, the partners that understands that, hey, only by joining hands and joining what I would call Ecovo as a platform. I'm going to actually take away the share here and turn my board. Can somebody get the share away? Stop share. Okay. This is how I see it. Can you all guys see this? Is it visible? Now, what is Ecovo? It is simply an e-commerce platform that is in the process of being built. Okay? I'm speaking to you now. Somebody's going to say, yeah, but it doesn't work like that yet. It will. Okay? What did I say how fast we can fix things? I didn't say next month or next year or next 10 years even, but in the next 20 years. If we do our job, to every one of us bring in value to this platform together, okay? Does the value grow? By customers and the merchants. They say, what kind of merchants are there? My question is, do you think if I go to a merchant and say, hey, do you want more customers? Yeah, what's the catch? I say, there is no catch. Am I allowed to bring you for free more customers? Is that fine? You think he's going to say no? No, he won't. And if I on the top say, you can by joining our platform that has a cost driven and building on social capital, where everybody can save a bit if you want to provide some savings and get rewarded with it, can win. Is that cool? In my world, it's pretty cool. So now, who would not freely, for free, join a platform where there are monthly, daily, weekly, and yearly more and more and more deals and products and services where I not only can get them, but I can maybe save and actually get rewarded for saving. Isn't that pretty cool? And it cost me nothing. That's in my world pretty cool. What is this? And what is the Amplivo? So Ecovo is simply a cost-driven social capital building e-commerce platform in the future. Okay? Now, what is then Amplivo? How can I make money? The difference is, if I want to make money, it costs me €95 for a business license. where I'm getting a back office, where I can track my commission, you know, structure. I start earning from the customers that I bring in for free, okay? And I also can build a team. That's pretty cool if you ask me. And with a yearly cost of 60 euro, 95 euro the first year and 60 euro yearly. Pretty cool if you ask me. And we're going to go into that soon also. How does the commission work? Because this is Top Gun Academy. And I do not care if I stand here 1.5 hours. I don't. Because it's important information, if you ask me. Now, what's the difference with this one then? If you look at it, how many other people have e-commerce platforms? A lot. Even networks have e-commerce platforms. So why are we different? What really is the difference? That's something that you're going to get a question on. What is it? It's very simple. It's what happens with the profit. Okay? So we have a cost-driven social capital building platform where you can save and get rewarded for it. You can follow it and support it for free and shop some if you want. You can share it and people can join for free. Doesn't cost you anything. If you want to start making money, 95 euros. That's pretty cool, if you ask me. Now, the interesting part is here. What happens with the profit? And this is the key. Because yes, the company has employees. Yes, they pay salary. Yes, you get commission. Okay? Cash commissions that are greater than in most other network marketing companies. But on top of it, you actually even get rewarded with something that we call free loyalty points. And I'm going to explain that also very simple how it works. Because I think people are complicating it. And it's actually not so complicated. The company, the company invests all of the profit. So what is the profit? It's depending on, maybe for some products, the profit after paying commissions and this and that, maybe it's only 5%. In some products and services, maybe it is 25%. Whatever profit the company makes, net profit, it invests in what I call magical boxes. Okay? And this tokenization strategy that we use here is simply revolutionary when it was made. It was nobody doing it exactly as us. Today, it is being copied. If you don't believe, go ahead and check it. Because what we do is we change the game and we fund from the profits, the magical boxes, where you can take an input or a commodity of info or commodity. It could be actually a computer center that processes things even. It wouldn't need to be plastic to fuel. It could be whatever. It takes something, puts it into the magical box, and when it comes out, there is value increase. Okay? So this is, in my opinion, very simple. And it all is traded with tokens. Okay? So if I can, on top of supporting a cause, saving some money, actually get rewarded with something that is free, you could compare it to frequent flyer miles. Okay? That I can, if I want, redeem into real tokens that trades the stuff that comes out from the boxes. So you're putting in something that gains a value that comes out, and it's all traded with these tokens that you actually can get for free. Isn't that pretty cool? And remember again, it is not a 1-year project, 2-year project, 3 years. No, 5, 10, 15, and 20 years. That's the attitude you need to have towards building your network too. Because if you don't have a plan B today, would it make sense to get one? Okay? Would it make sense to spend 3 hours to becoming knowledgeable per day about what you really want to become good at, which is making money? Okay? So the better you become at presenting and understanding how you can provide value, the more money you make. Why? Because people understand you. People understand how it's done. You can teach them how simple it is, how it is to give value forward and to build your social capital, which is one of the foremost, if you ask me, commodities for the future. Now, this is how simple it is. And I'm going to go back to actually sharing my screen. Can you see me again? Moment. Share, new share. Keynote here. I hope you can see me.
Yes.
Brilliant. So if you're looking at play, this one through. In my opinion, when we're looking at this here, it is a little bit bad picture I see here now, but basically we have three wins that are created here, guys. Okay? The customer saves and so on, the merchant and the company. Okay? All these three wins is actually rewarded not only by savings and doing profits for building these magical boxes and so on, where we can insert plastic trash as one idea and take out fuel, but everybody gets free loyalty points in proportions for participating. Pretty cool if you ask me. And can participate in value increase over time. So these three wins, if you ask me, and they have all exactly the same rules. You know, every single free loyalty point that you get has the same rules as the company, as the merchant, as the customer, as the influencer, whoever holds it. It has exactly the same rules, and guys, it is even documented on a blockchain. Okay? It is even documented on a blockchain, and that is, in my opinion, the beauty of it. Why? Because it's non-manipulatable. Okay? You can follow who has the tokens, who dumps them, is it really traded, the fuel, when it starts producing and so on. And this is actually how simple it is. We have something called ISF, Susnavas. And these you can redeem. You see, it's a redeem set rate here. Okay? You can redeem these into your free loyalty points into these tokens. Okay? This pool is actually not open forever. The pool is open until we have produced enough machines to produce approximately 25 million liters per year. Okay? So it's pretty simple if you start thinking about it. It can be bigger machines, smaller machines, partly, because in most cases, we from the network do not participate in all fuel that is produced. Only the part that comes from the profit by the platforms to be part of these projects. So this 25 million liter annually is in total where we have participated. It can be a zero after the total thing that Socium development is doing. And you can learn about these, but it's really simple, guys, because these tokens, as you see, they have a maximum amount of 40 billion. Okay? Now, how are they divided? Like I said, with the same rules. The first you get through free loyalty points. How do you get these free loyalty points? By purchasing products and services, usually one-to-one. Okay? 2, by getting commission. Correct? And listen carefully, more and more in the future through actions on the platforms. Creating traffic and getting people on board. That's pretty cool. So every time you do something that helps partly fractionally towards building more magical boxes, that takes away a problem and increases the value that comes out, you all participate in not only the profits, the full revenue and turnover of what comes out. Now, it's very important to understand that it is not stopped there. And that's why I said it is a 5-year, 10-year, 15 and 20-year project. Because when the pool closes, whatever is left that hasn't been shared through commissions and product purchases is airdropped. It sounds very tricky. It is very simple. I'm going to explain it to you. Moment. These tokens you are able to keep in your wallet. You can compare it to your normal wallet. Okay? If you choose to redeem your free loyalty points, you get these ISF tokens, Susnavas. Now, that does not mean that you automatically get airdrops. Okay? Because it is not the initial person that got the tokens redeemed that gets the airdrop. It is the one that holds them at the certain time of the airdrop. I'm going to repeat this. So let's say that we would close this first pool, Sosnova ISF. We have managed to, over the next 12 months, managed to put up enough machinery to produce 25 million liters per year. That means that it would close, correct? Now, let's say that we would have 3/4 left of the 40 billion. What is 3/4? 30 billion, correct? These 30 billions would be splitted up in 20 pieces. How much is that? 1.5 billion in each piece, correct? And every 3 months, every quarter, these would be distributed evenly with exactly the same rules to everyone that holds these tokens at the moment. That's pretty cool. So some people are looking at, yeah, but now I'm redeeming it at 2 cents, you know, and I want to make a big profit and I want to start trading it and sell it and get some money. You're going to bite yourself in the ass because that's not the rules of the game. Okay, why? If you're looking at it, let's say that I had 10 tokens when the pool closes. If I am participating in 20 airdrops, where 1.5 billion is shared for free, for more, for the loyal people that actually didn't get rid of them, but the keepers at a certain time, you will increase by almost at least 7 times your holdings over 5 years. So if you divide your, oh, I redeemed them at 1 cent or 2 cents with 7, is that less? It is. So that means that the longer and more you support the cause, the more value is attached to your tokens. Okay? So let's say in 20 years, we are not producing any more 25 million annually. And I'm going to show you why. We're producing maybe 250 million or 2,500 million liters annually. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, the tokens don't become more than 40 billion. They stay there. And that is the beauty of the concept. So the token amount stays and is static. The output is becoming more and more and more and more over the years. Is that cool? In my world, it is. Because not only does this company pay out one of the best cash commissions, we're going to speak quickly about the compensation plan, but it also gives you free loyalty points on top of it. That is not only worth what you got them for, but actually more, 20 airdrops on top, more liters coming out, and no more tokens coming out. So that's pretty cool. And now I think you think it may be wrong because you think I'm redeeming it at 2 cents. So that means it needs to be more than 2 cents for me to profit. No, because what you redeem them for have nothing to do with the real value traded on the market when we start. Okay? It doesn't. Real value will be created over the years to come with more machinery that pumps up, takes away more plastic, spits out more fuel, and you can compare it to these. Think about these, that these are the initial magical boxes. Think about them, for example, then they could be 250 million of these boxes, 250 million liters. Let's say 1 box gives a liter. Don't get, lost in how many liters does it produce, how much plastic does it take away, how much percentage does it spit out. It's not relevant, guys. The only relevance is that it takes away plastic, that is considered to be one of the foremost biggest problems on the planet, and you support by being involved to get away plastic. And on top of it, fuel comes out. Okay? And it's so simple that these initial magical boxes has an output when the pool is closed of approximately 25 million liters per year. But guys, who wins? The 3 wins, plus others that sells and buys these tokens and trades them on the exchange. Okay? Where all is documented on the blockchain, where even a fuel buyer is documenting social capital if he wishes to do so, by being able to prove that he or she is using actually ecological, sustainable fuel instead of normal fuel. That's pretty cool. So if you think about it of a strategy of 7 years, why do I say 7 years? We have started already and we haven't closed the first pool, and we have 5 years more to go with airdrops, correct? That would be 7 years and more. Our strategy and target is to start with the initial boxes and leverage them over time. Okay? So if you can go from 1 to 15 in 7 to 10 years, how many liters is that? 250 million liters times 15. Now maybe you start to do your math. If I go back, 40 billion tokens. Now my question to you is, how many tokens are really traded in a year? Think somebody might think that, maybe I keep them because it becomes more output. Maybe I keep them because I'm getting airdrops. Oh, God darn, I lost them. These are tokens, ladies and gentlemen, and they are encrypted. Same as with Bitcoin, you know, these coins have been around since 2008, 2009, whatever you might believe on it, where more than 4 million coins today are lost out of 21 million. Same will happen here. People lose their passwords. Do not lose your password, okay? Because we cannot give you new ones. This is how the value is created over the next years, okay? The leverage strategy is in place. And the rules of the game, ladies and gentlemen, that is called life, do not change. These are the rules. Does it make sense that you play by the rules? It's same as when you're playing ice hockey or football. Oh, well, I don't want to play with those rules. I want to have other set of rules. How big chance will you have of winning? But ladies and gentlemen, at the same time, if you learn 3 hours a day, I can guarantee that you become better. Okay? I can guarantee. And especially if you are taking help from somebody that knows what they do. Okay? It is so important that we learn to earn.